Solving equations, multiplying or dividing fractions. This quiz question is actually a word problem, and I'll convert this word problem into an equation, and then I'll solve the equation. Mr. Johnston needs a shelf to hold a set of textbooks, each 1 3/4 inches wide. How many books will fit on a 35-inch long shelf? Okay, so each textbook is 1 3/4 inches wide. So how many of those, right? So it's going to be times x of those, right? How many times those would fit into a bookshelf that's 35 inches long? Okay, so that's how you set up the equation. So this is an equation that has x multiplied by 1 3/4, and it'll be equal to 35. So solving equation, right, always inverse operation. We want to isolate x. We want to find out what x is. We want to solve x. So we got to get rid of this guy. Okay, so this means it's times 1 3/4. To make it easier for you, you could convert it now or you could just do it later. That's okay. So the opposite of times 1 3/4 divided by 1 3/4. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Divided by 1 3/4. Multiply and divide cancels out. We're left with x equals 35 divided by 1 3/4. So the answer to this problem is a fractions problem. Is just a fractions calculation. So 35 divided by 1 3/4. I know 1 3/4. Circle it is same as 7/4. You should remember that 35 is same as 35 over 1. We keep change flip. It's going to be 35 over 1 times 4 over 7. Okay, so, and then we multiply. We just multiply across, and when you multiply across, you get 140. And when you multiply 1 and 7, you get 7, and 140 divided by 7 is equal to 20. So 1 3/4, we have 20 of those that would make up 35 inches, fill the entire shelf. So the answer is 20. And check the answer. Voila.